There are fears for the mental health of seasonal workers from the Pacific Islands stuck in Hawke's Bay because of the pandemic. More than 1,500 workers are still in the region, and with little paid work and no return date in sight, homesickness is turning into depression and anxiety. But as Anusha Bradley reports, some are finding solace in giving back to the community while they wait to get home.
A song from home providing a little warmth for the soul on what feels like the coldest day of the year so far. These 30 Samoan men are part of a group of 117 that arrived from Putasi village in November to work for Johnny Appleseed in Hastings. They should have gone home nearly 3 months ago, but they're stuck here with only just enough paid work to get by and increasingly without hope of getting back anytime soon. One of them, Witi Langavale, says it's now a waiting game and there's only one question on everyone's lips.
When are we going to come back? As you see, this is the first time I had nearly 6 layers of clothes. It's very hard to manage the cold weather now.
He says not being able to return home is taking its toll on them.
For some of the men already lose hope. They are very stressed, too much pressure. But we managed to talk to them and make them happy, just to be calm, be patient and pray to God. God will prepare a nice day for us to go back home.
The operations manager at Johnny Appleseed, Len Thompson, says the impact of this uncertainty on the workers' mental health is concerning.
The biggest issue probably facing particularly the leaders is the mental health issue. There's depression, there's anxiety, there's anger, and the problem is there's no day. It's not like they can say, oh, it's another 2 weeks away or whatever. There's no day currently.
With the season over, Johnny Appleseed is only able to offer 20 hours of paid work a week to these workers, which means they haven't yet had to dip into their savings destined for home. With the rest of their time, they've been keeping busy volunteering, with this group planting seedlings in the nursery at the privately owned wildlife park Cape Sanctuary on Cape Kidnappers. The sanctuary's nursery manager, Amy Lister, says their help is gratefully received.
Well, to put it in perspective, I think if we had our normal volunteers and our normal permanent staff doing this work, it was probably about 6 months worth of work. And the boys can get it done in a week, I'd say, the RSE guys. So it's amazing, yeah. And I think it kind of goes both ways. We can provide them with something that's not just sitting at home waiting to be able to get the call from the government to go home, and they are helping us in a huge way.
Witi Langavale says being able to help the community that's hosted them through such a difficult time is lifting morale.
They really like to come out here in the open space and work together, talk, share news, share stories like we are back home. But back in the accommodation where you have 2 in each room, so it's only 2 of you.
The 1,500 RSE workers stranded in Hawke's Bay are being supported by their employers, Hastings District Council, Civil Defence and the Red Cross. The council's also organising regular sports days, get-togethers and meals to help boost spirits. Talks are underway to create an isolation facility in the village of Putasi to help get these men home. But Len Thompson says the recent fiasco at managed isolation facilities in this country has put them on the back foot.
You know, New Zealand's been responsible for 2 major epidemics being exported to Samoa, one of which killed, nearly 30% of them. And so that's been the Spanish flu epidemic, and then last year we had the measles epidemic. So I can appreciate the Samoan government's hesitancy with respect to repatriation.
And while plans are worked out, these men continue to work and sing. This particular song celebrates their district in Samoa, a reminder of home and their families and what awaits them upon their return. In Hastings for Checkpoint, Anusha Bradley.